My name is Jim Third, and I've lived in Chopwell for about 30 years. I moved here because I used to work at Kimberley-Clark at Furrow, making toilet tissue. Part of the reason for this interview is people are interested in my connection with the Friends of the Red Kite organisation. I first became aware of the group when I joined the countryside health walk in the Derwent Valley during building up my fitness after a heart attack. I've always had an interest in walking, nature and wildlife photography, and I moved from being a passive walker to an active member of the Red Kite monitoring team, and this for me has been a bit of a life-changing event, to put it mildly. The red kite is one of Britain's rarest and most spectacular birds of prey, especially at close quarters. Between 2004 and 2007, Northern Kites Project introduced 94 red kites into the lower Derwent Valley. And the project was unique, whereas previous ones had been carried out in rural areas. This one brought the kites to a semi-urban environment. Being a member of the Red Kite monitoring team, however, now takes up most of my leisure time. We try to ensure the health and well-being of red kites in the north of England. Aspects of monitoring: we provide evidence of breeding activity if the birds are territorial or in established areas, and finding evidence of new nest building, trying to find out the best locations as early in the season as possible, that's usually early spring, and trying to find evidence of incubation and egg laying. Monitoring is carried out by fieldwork volunteers like myself throughout the year. As red kites are a Scheduled 1 listed species under the Wildlife and Countryside Act, we must therefore give great consideration on how monitoring is carried out, and especially near the nests in accordance with the Act. Friends of Red Kite has its own website, produces newsletters, gives general presentation to the media and public, and holds many social events for its members. As a friend of mine once said, it's not all about birds. This year, 2019, we've had 20 nests which got to incubation stage, 4 nests that failed. We've had 16 successful nests with producing 30 chicks. Of the 30 chicks, we've ringed 11 and we've ring tagged 8. I followed them literally from being an egg to the hatching out, tagging them, and these 2 particulars, they're my babies almost, because I've seen them from the tiny little chick, a little bit of fluff, to big juvenile bird, and they're now mating up. So the next thing is to see whether they produce chicks in the future. Hopefully that should be next year.